The man had just gotten off the plane. His entire body started spraying saliva like a high-pressure water gun. The plane he had taken had actually been flying in the sky for a full 5 years. The passengers inside didn't notice anything unusual. Instead, they all thought it was just a 3-hour trip. For 5 years, their families on the ground believed they had died in a plane crash. When the captain contacted the control tower and requested to land, the staff were stunned when they heard it was Flight 828. They were completely frozen in shock. After repeatedly confirming the flight number and the number of passengers and crew members, the ground finally allowed Flight 828 to land, but it was directed to land at a remote military airport. Some passengers even cheered after hearing the news. They had no idea what they were about to face. After the passengers got off the plane, they were surrounded by a large number of reporters and police officers. Seeing such a huge scene, the passengers became extremely nervous. They started discussing what had happened. At that moment, a detective stepped forward and said,
"The problem, ladies and gentlemen, is your plane departed Montego Bay, Jamaica on April 7, 2013. Today is November 4th, 2018. You've all been missing, presumed dead for 5.5 years.
All the passengers were completely shocked. What mysterious force could have caused all of this? To uncover the mystery of Flight 828, the FBI detained all the passengers on the plane and questioned them one by one, but everyone gave the same answer, that the plane suddenly encountered severe turbulence during the flight. After a violent shake, everything returned to normal. The detectives then inspected every item on the plane, but they still found nothing unusual. With no other choice, the police had to release the passengers so they could reunite with their families. Seeing their missing loved ones appear again, they cried with joy and hugged each other. During those 5 years, everything had changed except the passengers themselves. After all the passengers left, the FBI continued their investigation. The first thing they needed to figure out was why the plane had been flying for 5 years, without needing to refuel, and why everyone on board showed no signs of aging. They had a feeling that this matter was far more complicated than it appeared. At the same time, one of the passengers, Kayla, suddenly heard a mysterious voice inside her mind.
Slower.
Ever since taking that flight, she had always felt that something was wrong. Out of caution, Kayla asked the driver to slow down, but the driver said he had driven this road thousands of times. He could drive it with his eyes closed, and nothing would happen. Seeing this, Kayla decided not to say anything more, but the very next second,
Slower. Slow down now!
How'd you see him coming? Lady, how the hell?
After returning home, Kayla immediately told her brother about it, because he was also a passenger on that flight. But after hearing it, her brother warned her not to tell anyone. Otherwise, she would definitely be sent to a psychiatric hospital for research. He also pointed out that the incident involving Flight 828 was extremely suspicious. No one knew what the FBI might do to uncover the truth. He didn't want his only family member to get hurt, so he hoped his sister would not reveal this to anyone. Kayla understood her brother's concern, but the next day, when she passed by an abandoned construction site, that mysterious voice appeared again.
Set them free. Set them free. Set them free.
But this time, Kayla pretended that she couldn't hear it. She thought the mysterious voice would disappear once she left. But that night, Kayla suddenly woke up from a dream.
Set them free. Set them free.
To figure out what was really happening, Kayla rode her bike to the abandoned construction site she had passed during the day. While she was hesitating whether to release the 2 dogs, an SUV slowly approached from a distance. After realizing the person inside was her brother, Kayla became extremely angry.
How'd you find me? Ben. What are you doing here?
Setting them free. I've been hearing it ever since I drove by here this afternoon.
Only now did Kayla finally understand. Her brother had also been troubled by the mysterious calling, just like her, but she couldn't understand why her brother had hidden it from her.
I gotta help Cal, find a goddamn job, get to know my daughter, reclaim my life.
Because of the incident involving Flight 828, the lives of the siblings had both changed dramatically, but her brother didn't want to argue about it now. He only wanted to quickly free the 2 puppies, then go home and get a good night's sleep, so he would have enough energy to deal with this strange new life. Then her brother took a pair of pliers and quickly cut through the chains. The siblings thought everything was over at this point, but they had no idea that the words "set them free" were not referring to the 2 puppies at all. The next day, the police station received a report A woman claimed that an illegal break-in had occurred at the abandoned construction site across from her home the previous night. At first, Agent Vance was confused about why he was assigned to this case, but his colleague insisted that he watch the video first. The video clearly captured Kayla and her brother committing the crime. The reason his colleague called Vance over was not only because Kayla had been his colleague 5 years ago, but also because she was Vance's fiancée. Soon, Vance asked Kayla to meet him alone.
Does this have to do with me?
Excuse me, how?
I don't know. Right. Acting out? You know, trying to get my attention? Get back at me?
You're such a guy. I break up an offense, and yeah, it's because you've married my best friend. Like, Lourdes is amazing, you're both amazing. I was gone. How can I blame either of you, right?
At first, Vance thought this was just a little trick Kayla used to get his attention, but now it seemed he had been overthinking it. However, Vance still needed to find out why Kayla broke through the fence, because he had another urgent case to deal with, finding the two kidnapped girls. But remembering her brother's warning, Kayla said nothing. Vance stopped asking questions. He took Kayla to the crime scene from the previous night to return the dogs. But as soon as they reached the entrance, the 4 words sounded in Kayla's ears again. Seeing that Kayla was not doing well, Vance asked her to wait in the car first. Then he took the dogs inside and returned them to their owner. Meanwhile, Kayla waited outside. Her condition did not improve, but instead became worse and worse. Suddenly it seemed like she saw something. The number 828 was clearly written on the wall of the abandoned construction site. Thinking of the 828 pillow she had seen at her brother's house, Kayla became certain that something strange was happening here. She quietly pushed open the gate and walked inside. Following the guidance in her mind, she walked through the storage room filled with piles of junk, and finally arrived in front of a locked container. Kayla grabbed an iron rod nearby.
What the hell are you doing?
Michaela, stop! Michaela!
The 2 little girls had no idea how long they had been trapped in that dark room, or what kind of horrific torture they had endured. But from this moment on, they were finally safe. Soon, a large number of police officers arrived at the scene. Kayla quietly watched the 2 girls from the side. It was obvious that she still hadn't recovered from the shock. At that moment, the chief walked over. The last time they had met was 5 years ago. He first congratulated Kayla. The kidnapping case was solved because of Kayla's efforts, so the chief told her to get some proper rest, and return to the police station in a few days to continue working. Kayla was extremely happy. At this point, it seemed that everyone had forgotten about the mysterious plane. The FBI investigation team searched every inch of it, but they still couldn't find any clue that could explain how the plane had been flying for 5 years. The agent angrily said they would dismantle the plane the next day, but what he could never have imagined was that he would never see this plane again the next day, because everyone from Flight 828 felt the same mysterious calling at the exact same time. They were drawn to the mysterious plane at the airport.
Ben and I didn't know any of these people yet, but soon we'd know them as well as we know ourselves.
Under everyone's watch, Flight 828 mysteriously exploded. Clearly, an unknown mysterious force was deliberately erasing all evidence. It would not allow anyone to uncover the truth behind Flight 828. What kind of unbelievable mysterious force could alter space and time, control people's minds, and erase all investigation evidence? And these passengers of Flight 828, who mysteriously returned, what kind of deadly curse will they face next?